All right, we're back. Hope you can hear us now. Let us know if you cannot hear us. If you can
How are
read
they going to hear
the
you? How are they going to
captions.
hear you to tell you? To know to tell you.
You sound great on stream.
Stream sounds good. All right.
Sounds great. Okay, I see the captions. Hopefully everybody can hear us.
Looking
I can
good.
hear it.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. So we're back at this. Sorry about that. OBS broke some things on an update, and I didn't catch it in the background. So now that we have 0 viewers, nobody really saw that. Nobody cares. But hey, we've had 1,776 views. So, and 112 followers. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the follows and all the love.
American. That's the most American number of views.
It is 1776 views. That's a great musical. Also,
go.
if you haven't seen it, this is one of my favorites.
It's also a good song.
Yes, it is. A lot of good stuff out of 1776, which if you add the first and last number, the number becomes 777. Just going to throw that out there,
What?
triple sevens. If you
Or-
add the first
Okay.
number and the last number of 1776, and then you have 3 numbers, it's 777. Lucky sevens.
Is this some sort of weird numerology crap? I mean, like,
Yes, the recap broke me. These are my notes for the recap. So watching it today
Yeah,
really broke me.
he went
Oh,
old
dear.
man and made, like, written notes for this.
I did old man style. That's right. On index cards because I'm an index card guy. Kind of like my new boss.
Freaking Gen Xers.
Listen here, you millennial. Always. I told you about this in Discord the other day. That reminds me, everybody, join our Discord so you can hang out with us in chat if you're not already in there. Because if you're in Discord, that is where you will find out how to win some of these little dice. On our Halloween stream, we're going to
They're
give away all
so
the instructions.
cute.
They're amazing little dice. For our Halloween stream, we have 10 sets of dice to give away. We're doing a 12-hour stream, so that's almost a set of dice per hour. That's going to be pretty awesome.
They're so small.
It looks like RB Plays is playing Minecraft tonight because we have his Pretzel Rock stuff going in our video, but that's okay. Ignore that. Our audio tonight is brought to you by Tabletop Audio. Join their Patreon and support them because they make great music, and we have new tracks to play for you tonight that came from their Patreon today. New drops, new music.
Nice.
What else? Halloween stream. Oh, if you missed our Victim of the Art finale last night, it will be posted directly after this stream tonight on our YouTube channel, so make sure you go hit up the YouTubes
Watching, y'all.
and make sure you
So you can see what kind of stupid shit Billy did.
yes, because I did some dumb stuff in that game, but it was so much fun.
And if you watch from the beginning, you can see all the stuff that I messed up between the month ago and today's.
It's fun. We have a lot of fun with Victim of the Art. So, but we're done now. All three episodes. Yeah, 3 episodes are up on YouTube. The last one going up tonight. So, lots of fun there. Other than that, I think that's about it for us. Use your channel points tonight. Make us do crazy things and have a lot of fun. Do you want me just to jump right into the recap, or is there anything
Please
you wanted
do,
to?
yeah. Yeah.
Right.
We'll catch up. I think we discussed one small thing we'll mention and have you roll your sanity, but we'll just do that at the end of the
At the end of the recap. Okay,
do.
fantastic. So in the last session, we started today. Myself, I started building a connections board. Drawing all the lines to all the people that we know. Agent Undine was studying the word and seals that they found. While Agent Updraft went on a little bit of a shopping trip, needed some tools for something. Not sure what he was up to, but he needed to get some tools, so he went out for a little shopping trip. And Agent Ursine began reading The Devil's Craftsman, that book she got. She went down to the deli and started reading that. After a while, I went over after breakfast, sat down, had some food, went over to the Office of Vital Records at City Hall, did a little research on the people on that we've met and run across in the play that we found. The only one that really came up, though, was Mark Rourke, and apparently he went missing from the Hotel Broadalbin was his address, so we're assuming he went missing from there. In 1933, yet we met him the night before here at the McAllister building in the bar that shouldn't exist. Still trying to figure that one out. Meanwhile, Agent Ursine found that the book, The Devil's Craftsman, showed several local houses that had been built or designed by the individual that we were kind of following around. Asa, I believe is his name. Names, so many names, they escape me sometimes. But some of those houses, one of them in particular is the Bellafore house, I believe is how it's said. It was built in 1911. And something remarkable happened there. A disappearance occurred of a young girl, Emily Fitzroy. She was a child genius and wrote a book, first book at age 11, titled A World Without Doors. She disappeared at the age of 26. Also, something interesting about that book is the name LaChance. Damien LaChance came up in reference in that book as one of the people that the architect may have drowned. He died April 3rd, 1948. After the shopping spree and all of the research done and the readings, we reconvened there at the deli for lunch and decided that we'd split up again and take a couple different trips to a couple different places. Agent Undine and myself went back. He took me to the bookstore that he went to the day before, and I met Mr. B.R. Roberts, the man with 3 first names. He's kind of an interesting guy, to say the least, but my notes are out of order all of a sudden. I think I skipped a page. Sorry. Yep. Where we purchased the book A Horse by Degrees, and then after a short search, while I was looking at some architectural books of hotels and buildings and such, Agent Undine traveled kind of out of sight. I don't know exactly where he went, but when he returned, he looked a little shaken, and he said that he had seen a man back in the stacks, a man that looked just like Asa. Exactly like Asa. In fact, I pointed to a picture of Asa Darabandi in the book that I was holding, and he said, yeah, without a doubt, that's the man. And about that time, Mr. B.R. Roberts came back and found the book that Agent Undine was looking for, The King in Yellow. Apparently that he says he saw Asa put that book on a shelf, but when he went to get it, the spot was empty. Odd thing too, Mr. Roberts called Agent Undine by his agent name, which is interesting. Meanwhile, Agents Updraft and Ursine were doing a little stakeout recon mission. If it weren't for my fear of heights, I probably would have gone with him, but doing a little recon mission over the balcony of Art Life, looking at seeing the comings and goings, watching the people and the timing of everything. Not sure what he was up to, but after they got done with that, which not much really happened during the day for them up there, other than seeing not a lot of traffic on a Saturday. Let me come back to that. Sorry, somehow they got jostled out of order.
How indeed?
How indeed is B.R. Roberts messing with my notes? After they got done, about the time the sun was setting, Agent Updraft grabbed his bag and offered Agent Ursine some water. On the water bottle stuck to the condensation was a piece of parchment that we had all seen several times. But when Agent Ursine looked at it, there was no effect. They went down, entering into the Art Life building, finding the office, and with relative ease were able to enter. They found some documents. They found some information regarding the lighting, the cable, the water, basically all of the utilities having been sent notice for termination. They also found a police report describing a mugging or attempted mugging of actually the young girl that we were sent here to look for, Miss Abigail. Apparently a man in silver robes wearing a mask attacked her at the top of the stairs near the roof exit and asked her where the tunnels were. That's what the report says. He rummaged through her things and then ran off. We actually have seen a painting of a individual that meets this description: silver robes and a mask, and it's intriguing indeed. The police report was dated 1994 by Abigail. When Updraft and Undine returned to see, this is way out of order. What happened to my notes? This is not.
Should have read it and fast forward.
No, they're not in order. I put them in my pocket when I got done reading and walked in here, took them out of my pocket and set them down. Strange things afoot, I'm telling you. Updraft and Undine returned to the deli. No, we returned to the apartment that night. We were studying the books. One of the things that I noticed that I shared with Agent Undine was that if you lay this book open and you look at the map of where all the buildings that Asa Darabandi built or was the architect for, they make up the symbol of the yellow sign. We found this to be very interesting and curious as to what is in the center. Also, we learned the name of the park from B.R. Roberts, where the photo of Mr. Darabandi standing in front of a giant bee from the Hotel Broadalbin is. So we know where the park is. Perhaps the building is still there. We also developed the theory that there could be a secret society. Agent Undine called it the Brotherhood of Doors, perhaps. That is maybe pulling the strings or opening the doorways as you were through this whole situation. As we shared these theories that night, Agent Updraft, for whatever reason, just bolted out of the room after what he said was a man. And so we all got up, picked up our things, and followed out after him. None of the rest of us saw him, but Agent Updraft was sincere in his belief he saw someone and diligently pursued. He got out of sight from us and a little ahead, but once we caught up with him, we found him in a bit of a scuffle with Mark Rourke in the balcony, not the balcony, the bar on the rooftop exit door. After a bit of questioning, Mr. Rourke gave up that he saw a man go down the hallway, and we pursued. After an interesting walk down the hallway, hors d'oeuvres laying in the floor and silver trays, looking like room service hadn't been through here in a while, a young man chased us down from behind and was nearly shot, barely missed, and said he was David, the cable guy. He'd been here for a while and held against his means. He tried to show us around a bit, but didn't really know where he was or how to get out. And we stumbled upon an art gallery. In this art gallery was kind of a strange art gallery, more of a room of people than an art gallery, because The people portrayed in this room in portraits were all holding a bottle, unique to themselves, with their names on it. Asa Darabandi, E. Mosby, G. Topchick, E. Lozette, Lundine, and then there was an empty painting as well with a bottle only and the name on it, B. Nelson. After that, took some pictures, did some investigating in that room, looked around and saw Agent Updraft wandering off alone. Well, I'm not one to let one go alone, so I followed. Across the hall into a room. The door closed behind us. A window on the wall showed us a foyer set a little bit later in time than the rooms we were in, say about the 1950s. We entered the window, began exploring the house, leaving agents Undine and Ursine behind, without telling them where we went. And I rolled a 46 on my sanity, which is a pass.
All right, yeah, you're good then.
Barely, but it's
Since
a
you
pass.
both went into the projection theater and saw the horrible thing turning, and as it's taking off its mask, the projector explodes, plunging the theater into darkness. And we'll just kind of jump back in with there. What are Unicorn and Updraft doing?
I'm gonna look at Updraft. I'm following your lead in this. I have no experience in this. It's dark. I'm taking it now.
Yeah, there's some light coming in from the door behind you, but the theater beyond, you can barely see out that little window that the projector's beam was going through. It's very difficult to see through that.
Do we have a flashlight on us by chance?
I can buy that you'd have a flashlight on you. Sure.
And we saw that individual. You described him as wearing the silvery robes, right?
Not silver, but fine gold and silver robes.
Gold and silver.
Much, yes, very ornate looking.
Not the trash bag ones that what's his name died wearing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
not the plasticky ones. Yeah.
So was there another door that led out of this room, or was it just the door we came in through?
Just the door you came in through. Yep. It's a pretty small room that you guys ended up in, just projection booth sized.
Okay. Not being able to see what's going on in that room, and also not really being able to get access to that room. Updraft is going to kind of motion for Agent Unicorn to head out, and it's just like, we gotta go back. We gotta see where the others are. They need to see this, and start to head back the way that we came.
Okay.
Okay.
I will have you roll sanity as you're heading out. Agent Ursine and Undine, you're hanging out with the cable repairman, who I don't remember if we mentioned in the recap, is taking
David.
basically these little, he's taking these little gelatin treats that the waiter brought him, and he's just kind of powering through them as he's kind of cautiously. Okay, great. Good to know. All right. Yeah, what are the two of you doing? You kind of did get separated.
So I finished looking at the photographs and I kind of stand up and look around. We're the only two left?
Yep, just you and David.
Never fails. David, did you see where they went?
They just went out the door. I wasn't paying that close attention. I was just kind of, Eating.
Eating your feelings.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing else for it. Let's go look and find them.
Okay. Walking out into the hallway, you look over and I think Agent Undine, you go ahead and just roll sanity as both Unicorn and Updraft exit out a completely different door down the hallway than the one they went into.
Well, that's troublesome.
Where are we?
So you're back. You kind of exit, climb out the window of the room you were in,
Mhm.
back through the room, open the door, and you are in the hallway. And you can see, kind of peeking out further down the hallway, Agent Undine.
Where are we in like? Can we see the open gallery door still?
No, you're on the same side actually. So it really is. You're both kind of peeking out the door, and your eyes meet.
I'll wave.
I
Big
wave
smile.
back.
I do believe we have stumbled across one of those hallways like you see in Scooby-Doo.
Yes. You all have to see something that we just saw. It's rather interesting.
At this point, I'm not surprised by much, but I will definitely come and see your interesting thing.
Well,
David? Onward.
Yeah. Okay.
where's Agent Ursine? Is she with you?
She's not with you?
No, I thought she was with you. We left you two alone in the art gallery.
I'm still in the art gallery, kind of staring off into space, thinking about something.
I'll stick my head back in. Still no Ursine?
Sorry, where was Ursine going? Just staying in the
I'm
gallery?
just standing in the art gallery, kind of staring
No,
off in the distance.
You're just kind of in the doorway, so unless you leave and lose eye line, you can still see her.
Oh no, she's here. David, she seems out of it. Will you grab her, please?
Sure. Excuse me, ma'am. Can we? I think we're going somewhere. It won't do any good, but
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll follow him.
We have to keep a close eye on each other in this place. It's cheating again.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yes, the buddy system. You're right. Yeah.
It's
you
it took us
guys know
somewhere.
you guys know why did you come here, by the way? Did you come to rescue me?
No, we were actually looking for a man named Lewis. I think he's a salesman of some kind. Encyclopedias, I believe.
No,
That was the card that I missed in my recap.
I'm not sure that is all entirely accurate, but you may have remembered a salesman running through.
Names. I'm telling you. They're not my thing.
Yeah, and you say Lewis, the salesman. It's the David has no comprehension of what the heck you're talking about.
Do you know a young girl named Abigail?
I think I heard someone talking, and he's kind of like scratching his head as he's chewing. And he pauses for a moment, and I guess Agent Ursine, you're probably closest to him as he's walking out the room. You see his eyes flash gold for a second, and he's just like, I think she moved up. She might have found her bottle.
They said she made it to the 6th floor. Does that mean anything to you?
No. No.
Well, it's not about finding her bottle.
What?
You just said something about
Yeah.
finding her bottle. She had a bottle like these.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of hit me. I was just kind of thinking about the name and it was just like, no, she found her bottle.
Hmm.
What does that mean? She found her bottle. Do you know?
I don't know. I don't
Why do
even
you keep saying it?
I don't know. I just like it hit me.
Where's your bottle, David?
Uh um and again you see there's a moment as he's looking around and there's that flash again in his eyes, a little bit faster this time. Is he just kind of says, I don't in the tunnels. No idea.
In the tunnels. Huh.
Do you know where the tunnels are, David?
The what? No. What?
Have you seen any tunnels, David?
No, it's been all hallways.
I roll an occult to see if I recognize what's happening to him.
Yeah, I think I
Uh,
should probably do that.
Yeah,
Too.
go ahead and do that or just roll plain intelligence. You might kind of put 2 and 2 together.
Well, which one's better? Intelligence is better. Oh yeah, a 12 out of 80 on intelligence, or 12 out of 41 on occult. So.
Yep, 49 passed.
9.
Also passed.
You are realizing that he's the only one kind of having these revelations. He's also the only one eating these candies. He's kind of like gelatin type treats.
I do believe that our friend has become a conduit.
A what?
Seemed to be the case.
Yeah, a conduit for sure.
What does that mean?
What flavor are those?
These?
Yeah, what flavor are they? I'm curious. I love sweet treats.
They got like a little bit of like a cinnamon bit to it with a little crunch. And looking at them, they're kind of this like opaque-ish color. But as you're holding them up, you see like a little glint of gold inside them.
Hmm. Can I tear it apart?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You kind of pull it apart in your hands,
Mm-hmm.
and a small gold bug flies out and starts to move its way down the hall.
I don't know if
And-
these are safe to eat, David. They
Yeah,
have bugs in them.
He gets a look like the color drains from his face. Oh God, what is that?
I don't know, but I think we need to take some with them.
And he's dropped him on the floor at this point, and he's going over to the wall to try and retch this up.
We're still standing in the hallway, or at least Updraft is still
Yeah.
standing in the hallway. And when the bug flies by, he's kind of like just watching it to see where it goes.
Mhm. It looks like it is just kind of buzzing down the hallway. It does kind of look like it has a bit of a purpose to it.
Yeah, I'm going to follow that.
Follow that bug.
Yep.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, Updraft. I mean, I
No,
critically failed that.
I'm
sand
totally with
test.
you, though. I'm
Yeah,
totally with
no.
you, but yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. what was my sand
okay.
loss for that? by the way?
No, don't worry about it. Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
Did you get my failure on that sand as well when we came back?
For which sand?
You said to roll a sanity check when we stepped back into the hallway.
Yes. Do one.
Okay.
One of that. Yeah. Yeah. You start to follow the bug, and it takes a long time. This bug seems determined. You're walking, it's taking a left, it's taking a right, and it's feeling like hours at some point. And you follow it, and finally it kind of turns, and you can see there is an open apartment door, or I guess hotel room door, um, off to the side that it kind of went down a small turn and then right into this room.
Is the door open?
The door is open, yes.
What's inside?
Looking into it, it does not appear to be so much a hotel room as an apartment, which is why I was saying that. It is a very strange sort of architecture, though it feels both cramped and winding at the same time, as this main room kind of opens up and there's a kitchen, but there's a weird long hallway between you can kind of see through. You see another door further in. It doesn't make a lot of sense as something that someone would live in, and it's not helped at all by these stacks and stacks of newspapers that are laid against everything. And you can see a small armchair, dressed up pretty nicely for the time, kind of a plush velvet look, in which sits a ancient looking man. If you kind of think Einsteinian but less put together, that's about what this guy is. He looks maybe like 80 is being kind.
He alive?
Yeah, the bug actually lands on him, and he kind of gives it a look. Ah. Oh, hello. Can I help you?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. Who are you the new tenants?
The new tenants for what exactly?
Where's the building?
We're visitors, sir. We're trying to make it upstairs.
Yes, aren't we all?
Still looking for your bottle?
Who are you again?
We're visitors.
What's
your
your
We're-
name?
I am insert cover name here.
Let's see. This is Manners. 1 second.
And you are, sir?
I am Henry.
Henry.
Yes, Henry Castaigne.
Oh, you're one of the Castaigne family. Okay.
What do you mean, one of the Castaigne family?
Oh, your name. I've seen your name in several places. You're locally. You seem quite popular.
Where have you seen my name?
Books.
On a book called A Horse by Degrees.
Are you the night manager, Henry?
Yes.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, I live in the night manager's apartment. What do you want?
We were following that bug.
Oh, yes, the bug. These little things seem to love me. You know, when I grew up, there were so many of these, but now, so few. I guess
know
you
what they
just
are?
don't have them here. I don't know. We always just call them gold bugs. Because, they are gold and bugs.
Quite clever.
Where did you you said that you had a lot more of these bugs where you grew up.
Yes, in Carcosa.
Okay.
So real quick, I don't know if I have geography.
Mm-hmm.
He said Carcosa.
He said Carcosa, yeah.
Have you ever heard of that?
You would not have.
Okay.
Would I have heard of that with anthropology?
You would not have.
I'm gonna ask him. Be like, where is Carcosa?
It's a long way. I don't like to talk about the past that much. What are you here for again? I'm sorry. What were your names?
I'm spatial. I am Jamie Smith.
Jamie Smith. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Ed
Yes,
Hammond.
sir.
I'm sorry.
Ed Hammond.
Ed Hammond. Good, good. And you, miss?
I'm Samantha Destiny. Pleasure to meet you.
Samantha Destiny. Interesting names. I don't think I've read those before or heard of them.
Do you read a lot of names?
It is a bit of a hobby of mine, yes.
Where do you read
I-
names?
I like to keep up with the news.
And he gestures around to kind of the piles of newspapers around.
Do you know the name Abigail?
Oh, yeah, I think so. You're talking Abigail Wright.
Yes, sir.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
That's
yes, she went upstairs with the salesman.
wonderful. That's
how
who
does
we're
one
here to
do that?
visit.
To what?
How do we find our way upstairs?
I mean, it's different for everyone. I mean, the easiest way is to find your bottle.
Which we would find in the tunnels?
Some say, yes.
How
How
would
do we
we
get to
find
the
our way?
tunnels?
I'm afraid I can't help you there.
Can you tell me how to get to the Hotel Broadalbin?
I'm afraid it's not that easy. You
Well,
can't
I had a
get there
picture
from
of it.
here.
Oh, where can I get there from?
I don't know that I can explain it exactly.
You
I
sound
think-
just like Mr. Roberts from the bookstore, not able to explain things.
I think Henry is, and we are from there. Because Henry is from a place that does not exist, if I am calculating this correctly.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries.
It's wha- what
He's not
can
from the Caucasus. He's not from Turkey. He's not from.
No, of course not.
You know where Turkey is?
I know where Turkey is, of course.
Okay. So where is it in relation to Carcosa?
It is kind of north, I think. No, it's the it's changed so much with the war and whatnot, you know.
There's Corsica.
The Caucasus.
I don't know what to tell you.
Which war?
The Russo-Germanic one. 1 second.
And he starts digging through some of these piles of papers. And he pulls one out. It's a New York Tribune that has a headline of the 1st of July, 1923. And in kind of that great big text, it's the Russo-Germanic Pact crumbles. Vienna liberated.
There's a lot to keep track of, you know.
Oh yeah, this is all wrong.
What do you mean, all wrong?
Oh no, just it was obviously a terrible, terrible event.
Yes, of course.
Do you have any extras of these? Would you mind if I took one?
I would mind. I trying to put something together. I don't need you messing with it.
I understand.
What are you working on?
I perhaps I'm sorry. What did you say you wanted?
Oh.
Exactly.
We were just here to visit with Abigail Wright, and we were hoping you could help us get upstairs.
I can't help you with that. You'll have to find your own way in your own time.
What can you
Okay.
tell me about this? I pull out the Goetia that we have. This apparently used to belong to your family at one point.
Yes, it's
I see your name here in the Ex Libris.
yes. I remember they would go on about such things. What was it? Augustus and Gabriel. They were always talking about these things. I did not pay as much attention, but they seemed to think they had some sort of power. I don't know. I've never tried the ritual.
Were they your siblings?
Relatives of some kind, yes. It's important to know who your line traces back to.
Who does your line trace back to?
Get out of my apartment.
Real quick, he showed us that headline. Does that make any sense at all to me?
No, it makes no sense.
No
this
sense.
is this is
Alright.
not a thing. But yeah, he is. You asked where does your bloodline trace back to, and he basically all friendliness drops from him, and it's
Get out. I do not wish to talk with you anymore. Get out.
It's time for us to leave, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have a wonderful night. It was a pleasure to meet you here. I'm going to leave you a cookie.
What did you say your name was again?
Samantha Destiny.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
You don't like cookies? It's okay. You don't have to. We'll go. It's okay.
I think I know you. Get out. Get out.
You don't. I've
do
never
not
met
wish
you
to
in my
speak.
life.
It's your features.
Hmm.
Sounds
Get
kind of
out.
racist, old man.
I don't have to explain myself to you. Get out.
and he's trying to shovel, like, he's an old guy. He does not move fast, but he's trying to kind of push you.
Is he up out of his chair, kind of shuffling?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, it's you can kind of see his slippers. I mean, and he's dressed nicely for it, but his clothes are all kind of old and nasty looking, just from age. For those that did see the kind of headlines and whatnot, go ahead and roll a sanity real quick. As you are kind of getting shuffled out, you're seeing more of these headlines throughout.
Oh, that's a fail.
I have passed.
Yeah.
I have a history of 60%. That's why I was going on them being wrong.
Yes, correct. And you are correct. As you're looking around, you're seeing none of these seem to match up. There's quite a bit about the war. There's various talks about bombings of cities. You can see some that, as you look at them, they're just these burnt husks. But the architecture doesn't make any sort of sense. If you failed, it's only a 1 sanity. It's not the strangest thing you've seen all day.
Yeah.
Listen, don't come back.
And he you see his slams his door, and you kind of hear him shuffling off within his apartment.
Is this apartment door like at the end of a hallway? You said like there's no other.
Yeah, it's kind of in like a little offset side. Is if you stop at the junction, take a left, we'll say, there's his door. If you go to the right, there's more hallway.
Is his door anything to mark it as the night manager? Is there
Mhm.
a plaque? Is there?
Yeah, we'll say I think there would be a small little plaque on it. Now that it's closed, you can see it pretty easily.
Does it look like one of those regular plaques that is it like slid into a holder? Is it kind of glued onto the door?
It'd be glued onto the door, yeah.
I'll pull out a pocket knife and pop that off.
Okay. That's easy enough to do.
I'm the night manager now.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got a theory.
Hey, don't touch my door.
Yeah. Updraft's gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
He's taking the plaque.
Hmm.
I
Well,
wonder if we can leave this place as easily as we walked into it.
Agent
We have to
Updraft
get-
and I left. We went somewhere completely different, and then came back.
We need to get to the speakeasy, and from the speakeasy we can get back inbounds, and from inbounds we can reach the Hotel Brottleton.
So that's what I was thinking as well. I have a feeling that there is no internal logic to this place and that we could follow things around for a very long time and never get anywhere, much like our friend David here. Besides, we need to get him out of here so that he can get some real food and
Get debriefed.
yes.
Yeah,
What?
get him a sandwich at Manny's, and then get him to the.
That sounds so good.
As we're walking, I'll kind of tell them what we experienced. I guess the projection booth and seeing a man in a theater, dressed in robes.
Who is leading, by the way, as you're walking here?
I'm going to assume it's me, seeing as I'm the one that suggested we
Okay.
get back to the speakeasy.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a sanity, por favor. No reason.
Fail.
Fail. It takes a few minutes, and you start to hear the distinct roaring of a hearth fire and a clinking of glass on countertop as you five exit into the smoking lounge once again.
Hey, you back, you some bitch. Back for round 2, huh?
Sit down, Mark.
Yeah, fuck you too, man.
Sit the fuck down, Mark. Don't
I'm
play with
sitting.
me.
I'm sitting down. Fuck.
Turn
Give
around.
me a drink like
Turn
that.
the fuck
okay,
around.
Okay. God.
All right.
I think we all have time for a drink.
I think we all need a drink.
I'll go back behind the bar.
Yeah, and there is a plethora of fine alcohols to drink from there.
I'll mix up some Four Horsemen's. So we're gonna need something really strong.
And Mark kind of turning away from Updraft. So you guys you find your missing girl or what?
I'll slide him one as well.
Hey.
Not yet.
Not exactly.
See anyone else come through?
Just Roger. He came by for a drink.
This accent's all over the place. Don't worry about it. There we go.
Roger.
Yeah, the little the
Bro.
author guy. He stops by once in a while. I don't know. Hey, fuck you. There we go. Now we got it. Now we got Mark Rourke. Hey, hey,
Hey.
hey. Now that the drinks
Bonzarelli.
are hitting me, it's the accent's coming back. No, I don't. I mean, Roger comes up once in a while. He gets a drink. You know, takes a little tour around the place. What do you want? It's no more than any of the rest do.
Roger, Crow, the basement Roger.
No, first floor, first floor.
Well, he has a gallery in the basement now.
The author?
Roger?
Oh, you're talking. What's his
Thomas.
name? Yeah, Thomas.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I have my
Yeah,
Roger
yeah.
and my Thomas mixed up.
Yeah. No, I don't talk with him very much.
No more for you, Agent Undyne. You're mixing up names.
I don't get it. There's only like a few people that live in this building. How hard can it be?
Well, at least I don't have my John Thomas mixed up.
So you are all drinking in the smoking lounge. It's actually pretty nice. What do you want to do from here?
How many other exits are there out of here? The hallway we came in from, the door that we usually use. Are there other hallways that branch out from here?
Yeah, there's another hallway. Yeah,
Just one more.
just another one. Yeah. And then to kind of recap again the room, there are the bookshelves, the hearth, the bar itself, and armchairs, that sort of thing. It's a very nice smoking lounge.
I want to go look look through the bookshelves, see what the books are.
Okay.
Carry my drink with me.
Yeah, and the books, as you walk up to them, are all very nicely bound in leather. They are quite nice looking. And they're all hardcover, none labeled. And you open up to that first page, nudity, graphic nudity. In fact, you maybe flip a couple things. This whole thing is filled with old porn.
Sounds like something old Bob Robert might be interested in. I'm going to turn around. Hey, Mark, you mind if I take this with us?
Yeah, I don't care. It's not my book.
That's what I
Oh,
wanted
wait,
to
which
hear.
one did you grab?
I'm just going to grab a couple of them and throw them in a book in a
Yeah,
bag.
that's a good one. That's a good one. You know, you may not be the real one, but you're not so bad. That's closer to the buck I knew.
You know what you know.
Hell yeah.
He's not closer to the real one. What do you mean?
I told you when you were in here the last time. The doctor said y'all fakes. You don't actually remember anything, do you? You're not the real buck.
I remember a lot, Mark. You might just not have been there for it.
Nah, you'd remember this. If you were the real buck, you'd remember this. You'd remember the bookshelves. You'd remember the stage. Come on. The doctor told me everything.
Oh, we saw the stage.
Doctor.
Okay, yeah, sure you did. Sure you did. You saw the stage.
Yeah, in the theater with the man. in the
Okay, yeah,
robes.
be a little bit more vague, why don't you?
The silver and gold robes, fine robes, sitting in the front, wearing
Yeah,
a mask.
see right there. You're not Buck. You don't know the first thing about Buck. But again, I can't fault your taste in books.
You said the doctor said, what doctor?
I see. That's the thing. A doctor wouldn't like me telling you that. I actually don't know his name. He
What's
comes
he look
through
like?
here every once in a while. He's a big guy. He wears one of those stupid what do you call them? The baseball jersey jacket sort of things. I don't know
Lab
that I
coat?
recognize the team. No. It's for a sports thing. I
Oh,
don't know. He's always walking through here looking like door after door, and we talk once in a while. It's nothing much.
Which door does he use when he comes in?
I mean, he points down the hallway.
The
Not
hallway we
not
came
from
from?
the McAllister. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the hallway we just came from. He comes
Yeah,
from that
yeah.
door. And does he always go back that door?
He moves. Sometimes he goes out the other hallway, but yeah, he's always counting, walking around. I don't know. He's trying to figure out something.
hmm.
Maybe he thinks it's his way upstairs. I don't know.
Have you met David?
And he kind of looks around you to David, who is eyeing up the door downstairs, very hard, I would say. Yeah, David. Yeah, David walked in here the other day, I think, and I don't know. David, you remember me? And David kind of gives like the, yeah, I don't know. He just kind of ran off.
I think, and I'll look at David. David, I think that we should take you somewhere and buy you a sandwich. Would anybody like to accompany me?
Yes, let's
Unicorn?
go back inbounds for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely need something to eat after that stiff drink.
And he kind of salutes you. All right, well, anytime you want to serve me another drink, you stop on by. And maybe next time, Buck, we start off things a little, more civil. How's that strike you?
I don't have a problem with that, Mark. Just got to remember your tone.
Yeah, man, you don't hold a candle to Buck. I'll tell you what. And he goes back to his drink. And heading downstairs, you exit the smoking lounge and get down to the 3rd floor of the McAllister building. And it's nighttime. It's quiet.
I'm gonna look at my watch. How much time has passed?
None. Like maybe a second, but also you took a few steps down, so like you look at it. It was
Yeah, when I
about
get down
10
to
when
the
you went in,
landing.
it's about 10 seconds after it.
That's
I want.
really weird.
I
What's
want-
that?
We were in
I
there
think-
for hours. It's the same exact time. We've only been gone a few seconds, according to this.
How I'm not surprised.
But we
That
were.
could actually be quite useful.
Yes, we just
Indeed.
need to understand it so we can use it to our advantage.
David,
See,
Are we out? Yeah.
what's today's
what?
date? What's today's date?
Oh, fuck me. I don't know. I was in there for like 6 months.
What day did you go in?
And he's thinking and he's thinking and he gives you a date that makes a lot of sense to you when you think about it.
Excellent.
Yeah, thank goodness. It's super easy to find us on the timeline. And the
Give you some choices.
yeah.
August 10th, August 11th.
Let me tell you, as I'm going
August
back
9th.
through time, I gotta find the correct year this is. Dun, 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 dun.
Glad to know we're not the only ones going back through time.
Woo! Here we go. Here we go. Almost got it. I'm sure. Thank goodness I don't see it on the timeline at all. It matches up with when they turned the power and cable off.
Okay.
That we'll just go with that. I would
Several-
give you a date if I
A
could.
few
I,
days.
yeah.
In his right, I think it was a month or so ago that
Yeah.
they had turned off
Several
power.
weeks.
So,
It was
yeah.
several weeks.
Okay.
But he is talking. It's been months, as far as he's aware. But
I wanna-
are we out? Can we go?
We're
Not-
out,
Oh,
but
we
No,
gotta
you're
s-
not-
we got to
not
stick
going.
together.
Yep.
Mhm.
yes.
Don't go.
It's
We're
still
out.
very dangerous here.
Yes.
okay.
Need to stick with us for now.
Okay, but we're going right now, right?
Yes,
Okay.
we're just gonna stop by Abigail's apartment, make sure it's secure.
No.
We're not going in. It's by us on the way out. We're just gonna
Okay.
make sure the door's secure.
Okay. And he's like visibly antsy about
David?
this.
Keep in mind, no one's gonna believe you've been gone for as long as you say you've been gone. When
Okay.
you tell them that, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy and lock you away. We don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I can stay quiet. I can stay quiet. It's not a problem.
That
I
would
just
be the best thing
wanna
for
get out
you.
of here.
We have some friends who will talk to you about the situation. Hopefully, we can get you back to some normalcy.
Okay, sure.
We'll also keep an eye on you to make sure that you're safe for a while.
Great, but we're walking and talking, right?
Yes.
Like this is okay.
You want me to pinch you, David, to show you it's real?
No, trust me, I tried that enough. It doesn't work.
Really?
And yeah,
Good to know.
and you
Make a
walk
note of that.
yeah, walking by the by Abigail's apartment, you can check the door handle. It's fine. Like it is as locked as it was before. And he's basically gravitating towards the doorway as hard as you can, almost pulling on your sleeve to get there. And he does essentially the equivalent of kissing the ground as you exit the McAllister building. He's
Hmm.
down on the street, just kind of hugging the bricks. Oh, thank God.
That's not sanitary. You need to get up.
Yeah.
This is the sidewalk in New York in the 90s. Get up.
Yeah.
Respect
you,
yourself, man.
you don't know what this means to me.
Well, we're going to get you a sandwich, and that's going to mean a lot. So come on.
Yes, great. And it's New York. You're able to find a late night.
Is
Deli
Manny's
is-
Deli open?
Sure. You know what? Manny's is 24 hours as far as I'm aware. Manny's not there at the moment, but yes, you can take him there and find him some real food that he is.
Yeah,
Plowing down.
Danny works the night shift at Manny's.
Yeah, we'll say Danny works the night shift. That's perfect. So kind of as he's eating, what are you guys gonna do with David?
I'm gonna actually ask Danny if since Manny's not here, does he mind if we use their landline?
No, go
The-
for it. Yeah.
okay.
It's just don't break it or nothing.
I'll put in a call to the handler, just with the pager number.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll a luck.
I think that's good.
50-50. Are you over or under?
Under. That's
Under,
right.
all right.
Luck
yeah.
is 50. I
Yes,
keep forgetting.
right,
There's
yeah.
25. Halfway.
Yeah, you get kind of a tired excuse me, hello?
Yes, we have one guest to be picked up, and
And yeah, you hear kind of a rustling in the background like a door's open. Yeah, okay. Where are you at?
Manny's Deli. Give me address.
Yep. Okay. Is this a
He's
Pick
been
up.
out of bounds and needs interviewing debriefing.
okay? Okay, we can do that. Yeah, sounds good. We will have people down there shortly.
All right. Have a good night.
Click. Yeah, hangs up.
Thanks,
And
Danny.
it's-
No
Hey,
problem.
no problem. Yeah, hey, my phone is your phone. This is New York. We love it here. And yeah, you guys are kind of in this very quiet diner just waiting. And about a half hour later, a car pulls up on the street and three men walk up and kind of give you the nod.
Hey,
do
Danny.
do the finger point.
Danny. David. Hey, David.
Hom, hom, hom. Yeah, yeah.
These are my friends. They're going to take you to a safe place for a little bit and then get you back into some, like I said, some normalcy.
Oh, okay. Thanks all of you for everything. I really appreciate it. And he kind of says your cover names as he's going. Thanks. All right. Where are we? And they kind of just grab him by the arms and quick walk him out to the car. And the door slams and whoop, away it drives.
And
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
blinks an eye at the mafia snatching somebody out of a diner in New York in 1995.
1995. What are you talking about?
Nobody
This is
blinks
not
an
a
eye.
good area of town.
No, it's not. Nobody's gonna even think twice about this. Well, now that that situation's kind of resolved itself, there's still the situation of the projector room.
That place you went to.
I'd call it a time, not a place. It's a different time. And
This
place.
isn't Wheel of Fortune, all right? It was a place.
And a
You
time.
went to a place. There was a time. We are currently at a time and place. It's not some sort of puzzle.
It is a
We
puzzle.
we went through the window into an apartment. Then we crossed the apartment to the projector room.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw some guy staring at a blank screen. Well, what was playing on the projector again?
It was too bright to really see. Like you saw kind of the film grain and stuff, so something was playing, but you couldn't see against it.
Yeah, so this guy, he's watching something, and he stands up and looks at us. Projector goes pop. You know, bulb burns up.
What kind of
Whatever
guy?
it was. A guy in a robe, silver and gold, wearing a mask. But not like that garbage bag piece of shit that what's his name was wearing when he died. Like legit, like choir robes, like quality. And dude
Yeah.
spent some money on it.
Nathan, what were the colors of the masked fellow and the painting downstairs?
The masked fellow matches closer to what you said about the the person in the movie theater. Very rich, ornate robes. Yes.
I think there's a painting of that person downstairs.
In Thomas's shop.
Correct.
Read what it sounded like.
Wasn't that one called The Fire or something like that?
Um,
We need to talk to Thomas again here at some point as well.
we should just go see if he's in this. He was there earlier. Maybe he's still there.
True.
I don't know about you, but it's getting late.
Yeah, we need
and this
sleep.
has been a long, weird day. I could use
Yeah,
some
that's
sleep.
true. Probably do need some sleep.
Sleep's a crutch.
Okay, you keep
We
telling
don't all have the stamina that you do. When I was younger, maybe. Not today.
If sleep is a crutch, then coffee is a wheelchair. And I am digging this wheelchair.
My
Alright,
kind of man.
So I guess what are the plans for the night? Are people going back to their own hotel and sleeping? Are people going back to the McAllister? What's kind of
Hotel.
the feel?
Hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, hotel.
Not sleeping in that place.
Oh, come on. All right. Is there anything, because this is probably at this point, you're getting close to 11 with travel time and whatnot. Is there anything you want to do that night before you go to sleep?
Travis
to-
going back to the McAllister. But he's going to wait for everyone else to leave because he
Alright.
has something he wants to do. He wants to try.
Okay.
I'm going to call my wife like I normally do.
Okay.
I will call my husband as I usually do.
Okay. And Gran, what are you up to?
It's too late to call the grandkids, so I'm going to read the first act of The King in Yellow.
All right. Yeah.
Or as much of it as I can until I fall asleep.
Yeah, it is not that long of a particular read, but it does it'll still take a few hours.
Mhm.
But yeah, you could probably get a good chunk in on it
Okay.
that first night. Yeah. Let's start with Agent Undine on this. You call your wife Lauren, and she picks up, and the first thing you get is everything okay, Don?
Well, you know how police work is. I mean, some of the stuff that we deal with is kind of gruesome. It's just starting to get to me. It's all this chaos that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
It kind of takes me out of reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was wondering why you were calling back. Are you feeling okay?
Calling back.
Yeah, you called me earlier tonight.
Oh, well, I really must be tired. What did we talk about?
Honestly, not a lot. You were asking me if I'd seen something. You were asking if I'd seen a yellow sign.
Yeah.
Is everything okay up there?
I think we may be dealing with possibly a serial killer on this one. I'm not really sure.
No.
I just why don't you go stay with your family for a couple days?
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Did
I don't
you
want you at the
ever-
house alone.
Yeah, did you ever tell her about the detective that died?
No.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
She knows what kind of work I do. But
Yeah, be careful. Be careful, Don.
I'll call you every night.
Okay.
And if I say things to you that seem a little off,
Mhm.
just go with it and dismiss it because it's just stress.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll just be careful.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. And-
Sleep well.
yeah. Normal formalities.
Yes.
Hang up. Yep. We will jump then to Agent Ursine calling home. What kind of stuff do you talk about?
I will ask Charlie about his day. Just tell him that, things are going fine, but that some of these kids are severely malnourished and it's sad and they need more help than we thought, and but this work is so fulfilling to me.
Yeah, that's really great. Like being on the border and everything. Because I mean, since the I don't want to sound crass, Julia, but like you haven't run across any like bodies in the wreckage, have you?
Um, I I'm sorry, what have you heard about the wreckage?
Wasn't I think I'm getting mixed up. I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's just been a long day. I thought there was like the bomb, the city like got. No, I'm thinking of something else. I thought I saw in the news or something. I'm sorry. It just, you know how it is. When you're off doing stuff, I get scared and just everything becomes like a thing that could be happening to you out in the field, and I don't know.
Oh, don't worry, honey. I'm perfectly safe and fine. If you ever see anything in the news that you want to talk about, I'm more than willing to talk to you. I don't have very good access to the news here, so you might have to tell me what some of the recent events are. But I would love to talk to you about it.
Yeah, it was. I'm sorry. It was just a reporting of some bombing someplace. I'm sure it's nothing. Um, no, you're as long as you're fine. That's all I'm worried about. Um, yeah. Other than that, and then he kind of just trails off into mundane things that happen during his day. Nothing
Okay.
of particular interest. Um, and we'll jump over to Agent Unicorn, reading The King in Yellow, because you've got this nice red
Beautiful book.
bound book. Beautiful, beautiful. Looks like it's very finely printed. I don't know if you're much of a. You are an author. You're kind of a book expert. Yes, exactly. It's fantastic art inside too. Um, and you're going through it, and it appears to be, as you're reading, I'm just looking up one little thing. Oh, okay, yeah. Does not take that long at all, actually. You think it would take longer because I'm not reading this correctly. Reading this play, it is about a this masked ball in a far-off royal court of Ithiel in a land called Carcosa. And at this play, kind of the second act details this very closely. The stranger arrives, calling himself the Phantom of Truth. And in this kind of great big masquerade, he reveals that only he wears no mask. And he's claiming, like, this pallid mask, this porcelain thing is my true face. And somehow, as he reveals this, there's kind of like the gasp from the crowd, no mask, no mask. And this signals the end of the world. And a few things happen. The first is your natural raises by 5%. You can increase any one art skill by 5%. And roll a d4.
1 on the D4.
Lose 3 sanity.
Holy shit.
As you're reading this book, and it feels incredibly impactful. In fact, you might get done reading it that first hour and you're like, I'm gonna reread this again. This is incredible. The second act especially really just seems like a revelation to you.
So the just to make sure I'm understanding, the revelation that his mask is actually his face signals the
there-
end of the world. Is
Yes, yes. And there's this great masquerade going on in Ethiel in Carcosa.
now I would recognize Carcosa being the same place as the night manager, Mr. Castaigne, said he was from.
Mhm.
All right. I'm gonna need to process it a minute. So if you want to go on and
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Let's
need to-
jump over to Agent Updraft, who is going back into the McAllister building.
Getting ready to do something shady.
Mhm.
So Updraft made sure that not everyone walked out of the diner at the same time.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't walk out with everyone else did. He just kind of sat there, finishing his coffee or whatever. And once everyone else is out of sight, he's going to return to the McAllister building.
Okay.
He wants to go to the third floor to that empty apartment that was by the stairs that go up to the fourth floor.
Okay.
He's going to. He has the night manager sign,
Yeah.
and it's still got a little bit of adhesive to it, and he's going to slap that sign onto that door.
Okay. Go ahead and roll sanity.
$44. I should gain sanity back.
Yeah. So that is a critical success, correct?
Yes.
All right, very nice. You open the door, and it hits a pile of newspapers. You kind of have to actually force the door open a little bit. It was locked before, but you're a pretty powerful guy, so you can get it. And you end up in this moldy room. You can see that the chair that you saw before has completely fallen through, like the fabric and whatnot is basically disintegrated. There is something growing on the various stacks of paper, some sort of fungus. There's leaves kind of sprouting from these various piles that are almost compost at this point. And these little gold bugs are flying around. It looks like they're actually eating some of the plants that you're looking at.
The plants look out of the ordinary.
Yeah, they I guess, do you have any kind of like botany kind of experience? Oh, didn't catch that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said I've seen a plant before.
Yeah. You've seen a plant. I don't think I mean, I've seen plants. I don't know plants. Yeah, it's not one you've seen before.
It's not opium. It's not pot, and it's not a tree.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Looking
That's
for
all the
yes.
plants. That's all the plants I'd be able to identify
It's-
on site.
Yeah, it's more of a sort of stalk with these little spade-shaped leaves that are growing out of it. They almost have a little bit of a glimmer to them, like they're kind of like a gold copper laced throughout. And you can see a couple of them have little pods growing on them, like little sprout pods.
Okay. I want to look through the newspapers. What are we like? I'm not going to like mess with them with my bare hands. I'll just kick them over
Yeah.
with my foot, see what they all say. Not all of them, obviously.
You're
but, you know.
right. It appears to be, I mean, it's tough to say, but you're kicking over these piles. You're seeing references to, again, this pact that was made and apparently broken. You're seeing plenty of bombed out cities throughout. And you kick one over and go ahead and make a sanity roll. As you see dressed, go ahead and take a d4. This is kicking you back about 5 years ago. The kind of bony, gaunt agent that helped you get rid of the bodies and helped find the top chick tape is there wearing just kind of a World War II outfit. You think it might be German maybe, but also like kind of has Russian flavor, just standing there amidst a group of other fighters just looking out.
What's the date on that paper? Oh, that's my breaking point, by the way.
Okay, all right. Fantastic. The paper itself. You think I'd have these written down. Does anybody remember the previous date I had given you for the pact?
1923.
July
23.
July 7th or
23.
July
Yeah, it would have been in what was the date?
9th, 3rd, 7th. Something like that.
August. Yeah.
It's July.
Right. The pact was broken on that day. I'm just looking for the year that this is. Right. So August 12th of 1923.
So 72 years ago.
Yeah.
To the day.
To the day.
Okay. I'm gonna snatch the pods and leaves. All right. Some of them I'm gonna break off like a branch or whatever. If they're like a vine, I'll just cut it.
Yeah, the pods are easy if you want to grab a whole plant. Nothing's stopping you. Yep.
I'm not taking a whole plant.
Okay.
And some of the newspapers don't have mold on them, right?
Yeah, they're all touched by age, but you can get some scraps out, you think, yeah.
I'll grab one of those. I'm going to roll it up and I'm going to kill a couple of these gold bugs.
Okay. Yeah, they smear pretty good on there, and you can see the black mixing with the gold. It would look pretty if it wasn't a squished bug.
Okay. I'll throw that newspaper into the my backpack of tools and plant now.
All right, yeah. Throw it in your backpack. And I guess, is there anything else you're doing in that particular room?
Mr. Castaigne is not in here.
He is not in there. In fact, you look back, you can see that he has a bedroom area that you were not able to see in his actual apartment when you last saw. That one is much more sparse, but you can see that there are kind of the hanging like spider webs from wall to wall is almost this line of yarn tracing various names throughout. They cross, they touch each other. Go ahead and just roll an alertness.
Yep. Success.
Okay. One of the names that is tied that actually looks newer than the others. You see an Eric Stevens.
Okay. Do I see Mark Rourke?
You do not see a Mark Rourke letting your success pass you by. You do see, however, a name whose name I will remember. LaChance kind of catches your eye. And you can see the name that you had seen there before, her younger brother, in the names there.
All right. And what is it? Who is it attached to?
You can see that it actually goes back. It looks like probably her or his father there. You're
Okay.
thinking it might be some sort of genealogical line.
Okay. So considering this as a sort of family tree, I want to look around for any Castains or other Lachances and see how far apart from each other they are, if they're even present.
I see.
And if I find Castain, if I find a Castain, I want to follow that all the way back to see wherever that stops.
Gotcha. It is difficult to do. And not just because, I'm letting your previous roll kind of ride with this, as you do find Castains. In fact, you see Henry and Hildred seem to be to split off, and that seems kind of interesting because most of these, there aren't a lot of splits. It seems kind of like a line of succession you can almost follow as you're looking around this room. It feels like amidst the rot and everything that this is close to making sense. You could almost figure out from this who the end result is, but it's not quite there, right? You can't quite make out some of these names. Like, you can't quite figure out where it splits, what happened to them. It's impossible to tell.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get too much more from that. So with that, Updraft is going to leave, pull the
Okay.
sign off the door.
Okay.
And I want to shut the door, but before I shut it, before I leave, I want to take a corner off one of the newspapers,
Okay.
fold it up so that it's like little 1 inch by a half inch, and I want to put it up at the top inside the door, and then
Perfect.
close the door so it'll hold it.
Very nice. Perfect. Yeah, that'll so it'll hold it open, or just hold it like on top of the door.
So that if that door is opened, that
Perfect.
little is going to fall, and it'll just be easily overlooked with the disaster that is the other side.
All right. Yeah, that sounds great. You do that. Anything else before you head out of the building?
I'm just be real quiet while I. Oh, actually, you know what I want to do? That second floor room where we heard that sound.
The echoing?
Yeah.
Like the footsteps? Mrs. Van Fitz or Ms. Van Fitz?
Ms. Van
apartment.
Fitz. I mean, it's late, right? Like it's like
Yeah, it's real late.
11:30, midnight.
Yeah, it's about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go see if Ms. Van Fitz is in.
All right. Well, why don't we jump to break? Because there is something important that happens as you kind of exit the third floor. We're going to need to figure out exactly how your breaking point manifests, because you're basically walking down that third story well, and then it hits you like a freight train, whatever that is.
Okay.
Ooh, it's tense. We're almost all going insane. Or hit our breaking points at least. We're probably going to go insane soon. But before we do that, we need snacks. So we're going to go take a break, folks. We'll be back in a few minutes. And try not to go insane while we're gone. See you in a few. Okay, everybody, here we are. We're gonna risk the wrath of the internet gods and say that so far we've had a stable internet connection for our handler. Welcome back, everyone. We'll pick it up in the essence of time right where we left off. Welcome everybody to the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us during that long extended break.
Yes. Apologies for the internet issues. And so, yeah, we will join Updraft kind of as you're heading down the stairs. It seems that your mind kind of shifts under you, almost like it's trying to escape. And you just can't get that thought out of your head. Castaigne's that man. Who is he? What was he? What does that look like for Agent Updraft?
He's holding the night manager sign that he pulled back off the door, like gripping it in his hand. And he's not looking at it. He's just kind of holding it holding it up next to his body, clenching it so hard that it begins to the edges of it begin to cut into his palm, closer to the wrist. And he's just eminently focused on the Castaignes, that weird family tree, because he has names now, Henry and Helga.
Hildred.
Hildred. All right.
Hildred. Yep.
All right. So
I believe
Henry
he
and
had
Hildred?
mentioned Gabriel and one of the other names, which I definitely remember. Augustus, I believe.
Okay, so Henry, Hildred, Gabriel, and Augustus. All right. So, and absent-mindedly, he's walking down the stairs and finds himself going toward that room where they had heard the sound before, the echoes, and also where that other individual, Lewis, the animator cartoonist who lives up in the hall, who talked to before, somebody's going to tell him where Castaigne is.
All right. Let's give the others a chance to kind of jump in on this. It's kind of hitting late at night. We're talking about midnight or whatever, and you're kind of just sitting at the hotel. Gran's finished reading the book for the first time, but her mind is racing with the text. I need to read it again. I simply must. These other two have finished their phone calls or maybe heading down. Is there anything that would bring you three back to the McAllister at this point?
Not tonight, not for me.
Yeah, not alone.
Okay.
I think the Gran is intrigued enough by the whole story of the mask and the painting that she bought. Maybe reading this while staring at that painting would give more, I really think, and she's so enthralled by the story and wanting more out of it. I think that she does want to go back to Abby's apartment.
Okay.
And just stare at that painting while she reads it again.
As a note, the painting you have, I believe, is the clown.
Yeah, but the clown has a mask in his hand in the painting.
The clown is wearing a mask in the painting. That
Yeah,
is true.
and that's
Yep.
the mask is what's standing out to her. It's like,
Okay.
wait, his mask is his face? How is this possible? It's a masquerade. There's a ball. It's a fantastical land. Perhaps there's a clown. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, you're just sitting in this apartment. There's the single light bulb above you, just staring at this painting amidst the clutter and the somewhat classification. So we'll jump upstairs. Updraft, you're going towards the door. You see Van Fitz's door first. There, how are you approaching it?
Deliberately?
I meant as in knocking, kicking it down. What is Updraft's approach to this?
Oh yeah, he's gonna walk up and First, he's gonna walk up. He's gonna try the doorknob.
It is locked.
Okay. He's gonna knock on the door.
All right, roll a luck check if you would.
All right. Here we go. 23.
All right, you hear the sound of heels kind of clicking across the floor as the door pops open a bit. You can see the little security chain is there, and a woman looks out the door. I had this open. If you will give me a second, she looks to be very much the. Let me talk to your manager.
She's a Karen.
She is very much a Karen, but her name is actually Van Fitz, man. I believe Michelle Van Fitz. Yes, Michelle Van Fitz.
She cracks the door. Chains on the door.
And she's just straight up. What the fuck do you want?
I'll pull out my badge, the FBI badge that we were given. I will say, Miss Van Fitz.
Fuck off. Slams the door.
I boot that door off the hinges. As soon as
All
she
right.
starts to slam it, I'm gonna go up and kick it right above right below the doorknob.
All right. Let's do a strength thing just to kind of see
All right,
what that ends up looking like.
that's what I'm good at. Oof, 78 on a 70. God damn.
Not that
All
good.
Yeah, it takes.
I am stout.
Right. So the problem is here, it takes a couple kicks.
Mhm.
It's one kick, slam, the door rattles, and the second kick hits, and you kind of take a step into the door, and you can see she has a bottle of mace pointed at your eyes that she then tries to roll, and I'm sure she's excellent at it.
Of course she
Oh
is.
my goodness! Why did they put her
All the
way down
baristas
there?
she's maced.
Yeah. Oh my
I said
goodness.
4 shots, not 3.
Oh my goodness. Luckily they put everything in there. Okay. Just had to see what her statistic was. Yeah, I am afraid, Agent Updraft, you get like a face full of this mace that's just spraying into you. It burns deeply. You'll be at a -20 going forwards. What do you do? Actually, it says it stuns it. So there's like that moment, right, of that, and you can't see because your eyes are covered, but you can hear her heels clicking off into her apartment. How deep is her fucking apartment? And as your eyes are clearing, you can see rows and rows of books leading out. It looks like there's a door on the northern side of the apartment, and looking into it, you can see room after room of a library.
And she is
She has made her escape into the stacks.
okay. So she was running.
Yeah, she was running.
All right. Yeah, Updraft's going to call out to her and be like, Michelle, I'm looking for the Castains. And he's
And-
going to begin to walk heavily, like heavy steps.
Mhm.
He is not deterred. This is not the first time he's been exposed to chemical spray.
All right.
And
yeah.
so he is that was not the move that she thought it was. And instead he is just, I am looking for the Castains. I assume you know something about them with all of this. And he reaches in his pocket and he's going to, or not his pocket, he's going to reach behind in his waistband and he's going to take his pistol into his hand and kind of have it,
Yep.
up in his sleeve.
Perfect. We'll cut to downstairs. Gran, you do hear some shouting from above you.
Okay.
Basically sounds like "fuck you, go away," and then the distinct sound of a door splintering open.
Oh boy. What's going on upstairs?
She
It has the
upstairs.
distinct.
It sounds like they need cookies.
Might be that
someone's
ghost dog.
angry.
Yeah. Yes, it sounds like someone is
Someone
a
sure
very
could
angry
use some
woman's voice.
cheering up with some cookies. No. An angry woman's voice. Do I recognize the other voice? Like, do I recognize it as
I
Agent
don't think
Updraft?
you would. I don't think you'd hear him loud enough. He's not
okay?
really being loud. It's the door splintering you hear, and the woman basically saying "fuck you." But beyond that, it's tough to tell.
Let me look at something real quick. Ah,
While you're doing that, you'll be kind of playing catch up anyways. As Agent Updraft, you're stalking through these bookshelves. You can see they're filled to the brim with kind of dusty old tomes. Just a huge variety of them. But you're focused on Van Fitz. And you round a corner, and you see there's a pair of heels sitting off to the side.
Just shoes.
Just shoes.
Updraft's going to kind of laugh to himself. We're not enemies. I know that you're not happy here. I know that you've been involved and that you're tracking everything going on here. We have a vested interest in this. Just talk to me about Mr. Castaigne, Henry, or Hildred, or Augustus, or Gabriel. I know you know. Lewis told us you know.
Gran, have you decided what you are doing?
yeah. Hearing a woman in distress would spark her maternal instincts, and she's gonna go out and see what's going on. Nosily, the nosy
Yeah.
old grandma.
Going to also, when I stop talking, I'm going
Mhm.
to stop walking and listen.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll alertness then. Gran is going up the stairs. Gran, you see a broken door where you had previously, I don't know that you'd been upstairs as much, but this is where they had mentioned the Van Fitz apartment was. And you can see further back, there is just kind of peeking your head in the door, a north door in the building that cannot be there.
Like that would
That
be the
leads-
outside wall of the building.
It would be the outside wall, and it leads to this massive library that you can hear talking from. There's murmur. It's
Okay.
quiet.
I'm gonna draw my pistol and keep it kind of behind my leg as I step in. I'm not gonna say anything though until I know more about what's going on.
How'd your alertness go? Agent
Depends. Are we playing with the rule of nice?
Updraft? We're not
Nice.
playing with the rule of nice.
All right, 69.
All right. Gran, go ahead and roll alertness as well, because this will impact
No,
a fair bit. A fair bit, yes.
I'm overwhelmed by the sight of what cannot be.
Gran, what you see are just the bare feet passing in front of one of these shelves. You can just see this woman. She's running. It's quiet. Agent Updraft, you turn as you just hear this pat, 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 pat come up to you. And you turn just out of the corner of your eye. You see Michelle Van Fitz. She has a small tomahawk and she buries it into your shoulder. Take 4 damage.
Ow.
And she kind of gets in close and hisses in your ear. Fuck the patriarchy.
Yeah, I'm shooting her in the gut.
All right. Go for it. Roll your roll your attack.
All right. So point blank, is that
A plus
negate?
20.
Okay,
Plus
so that's going to negate the. And it's a 45, which is funny because it's a 45.
It's a 45.
Go ahead and roll damage on that.
That's a 10, right?
Medium pistol is a D10, yeah.
Yes.
8.
8. All right. Why did I go away from her health? She can't have that much health. I mean, she's just a poet.
Not anymore. Now she's a member of the Dead
Yeah.
Poet Society.
Ugh.
Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Just see-
45 is D10 plus 2.
Oh, plus 2.
So 10.
She collapses backwards as you gut shot her basically. She falls onto the floor. The hatchet stays in your shoulder as she crumples away against one of these bookshelves, and she's leaking blood all over. It looks like she has gone unconscious.
Oh, we're going to first aid that.
All right.
Oh no, you can't die yet.
Wait, what are you first aiding? Her or you?
Her.
Okay.
Oh, her.
Okay.
Her.
Yeah.
So 20 on a 4 or 28.
All right. Yeah. I'm sure you're not doing that much healing. You're just kind of getting her back to awake state. And she kind of looks you in the eye, and she's spitting a little bit of blood out as she just looks at you. What the fuck? Fuck you! Fuck you!
You don't have to die here, Michelle. Just tell me what you know about Castaigne.
And she's so angry. You fuckers.
Better
You
apply
think
pressure.
it's
Stop
not all about
bleeding.
the fucking Castains. The patriarchy is going down. I read the book.
Which
Abby
book?
gave me the book, you fuckers.
Which book?
The King in Yellow, you fucking piece of shit. Don't you
told you.
get it? Your
I'm
time is
on-
over. You fuckers.
My time. Who do you think I am?
I don't fucking care who you are. You're a fucking pig. A pig. She's doesn't seem too happy. The bloody hand kind of hits the front of your chest.
I guess I hear the gunshot.
Yeah,
the
at
yelling.
this point,
the I will make my way around and go.
Yeah, and go ahead and make a sanity roll as
Yeah.
you come around the corner and you see Agent Updraft has a antique tomahawk just buried deep enough in the shoulder.
Oh no, that's a fail.
Okay, let's see.
That's coming with me, by the way.
Yeah, I
That's mine
figured it. I figured
Just gonna
it
sheath
might.
it there for a bit.
1 second. Well, you don't want to pull it out. I don't know much about first aid,
Oh.
but you probably don't want to pull it out.
Not yet.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Just checking. Do a D4 real quick. Yeah.
Oh, that's 4.
All right. So, would you like to offset that to a bond, or are you hitting that breaking point like it's like a
Yeah,
steamroller?
I definitely need to. Well, crap. You offset to a bond, it goes willpower, right?
Yep. You roll a D4, and you take that off of a bond, and you reduce the sanity loss by that much.
So you're going to break and damage a bond.
Pretty much. I'm
'Cause you
gonna hit
hit
my
two
breaking
fours.
point either way. Yeah, I'll hit my break. So I'll just take the sanity loss
All
because
right.
I'm gonna hit my breaking point either way.
All right, so Gran, you come across, you see Agent Updraft standing above this woman, tomahawk and shoulder. He's just bandaged her up, but she's leaking badly. How does this manifest, this violence that you're seeing? How does Gran deal with that?
Not well. This is very reminiscent of a scene that she came across while on a exploration, and when she came across some hunters that were field dressing a wild kill that they had, but they were doing it in a very gruesome manner, like old school woodsman style with axes instead of very sharp knives. So, and it was, my granddaughter was with me at the time, so it's very unnerving, and all the blood, all of the axe specifically stands out as part of this.
Okay. So that kind of sounds like you're getting a PTSD sort of response to
Yeah, kind
the
of.
axe, that kind of violence. So let's put that down. There is PTSD for now. Your acute episode will kind of deal with this sort of threat, right? Is that very primal violence sort of thing.
Yeah.
You might have flashbacks to that at times. You'll definitely
Okay.
have nightmares.
Yeah, definitely. Then once I kind of get through that first initial gut-wrenching horror, I would like to kind of look at Agent Updraft and, without saying without using names or whatnot, what is going on? And look at Van Fitz and, what are you, young lady? You're just you're defiling yourself. You're a disgrace. Everything you stand for.
Yeah, as she's bleeding onto the floor.
Yes,
It's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
berate
cooling.
her.
Yeah. And she kind of hisses at you almost through her gritted teeth of just, you're part of the fucking problem. You don't even know it.
Tell us what the problem is,
Yeah.
Michelle.
You're
And I'm
the
going to. I gotta make sure I staunch that bleeding. So
Apply the
more
pressure.
Yeah, yeah. There's a little pressure on it. She's gritting her teeth even harder as you're just doing this. And she go ahead and roll a persuade.
Oh yeah, I'm good at that.
Yeah, I think you are pretty good at that.
29.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's a pass.
You can see she's kind of starting to fade, and what she gives you, she kind of raises her hand and points, and you can see she's actually pointing to a shelf. She just says, "A world without doors will tell you fuckers what's coming to you better than I can."
You say a world without doors,
Yes.
and she's pointing at a shelf.
Yes.
I'll go examine the shelf while Agent Updraft continues to apply pressure to save the victim. I mean, suspect.
Yep. And Gran, you find a book titled "A World Without Doors" by Emmeline Fitzroy. I will post that to the handout.
All right.
That down.
Great. I have something new to read.
She's kind of hissing on this foot. What else do you want? Fucking animals.
I mean, you're not gonna die.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna remember you.
I'll use the barrel because it's still hot to go ahead and try and cauterize that wound.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say that's gonna knock her out, probably, as the pain kind of overwhelms her. She was on her bit, and yeah, she's unconscious, but first aid wise, she isn't gonna bleed out. She's gonna have a real bad morning.
Yeah. Oh, if there's any alcohol, I'll look around. Is there any like hard liquor here?
Actually, you're looking around now that you're kind of out of your mode. You're seeing almost like little party favors here and there, like empty bottle, like empty glasses of champagne, some like empty toothpicks you see on the shelf.
Any of those
Yes.
candies?
Roll luck. Roll luck.
Ah, it's dark.
20. There is. It looks like it's been sitting out for a little bit. But it is kind of like on a napkin on one of these shelves.
Does it look like it's being nursed? You know, like she's eating it slowly, or
It looks like it was just kind of left behind. It doesn't
Okay.
look like anyone's taken a bite out of it.
I'll pocket that too.
Okay, yep. Wrap it up. Got a pocket full of Jello.
Yes.
I am going to leave a small bundle of cookies right in Michelle Van Fitt's hand. So when she comes to, she has a bundle of cookies there to snack on and get a little bit of that blood sugar back up.
You did hit a breaking point. That is.
Oh yeah,
insane.
I'm just like, you know
Brian
what?
got shot. Here's some cookies.
Yep, here's some cookies. Well, that's what I did to my grandkid. I gave her cookies to, distract her from the violent scene. So
Yeah.
it's a coping mechanism. Cookies are for coping. It's okay to eat your feelings. Just don't eat anybody else's feelings.
And you two are standing there in this library, above this unconscious woman, books and rows, and you think you could get lost in here pretty easy if you wanted. You don't know how deep this goes.
But there's a door on the north wall.
There's the door on the south wall of the library, but yes, back to her apartment that you can still see.
Okay, I see what happened. So the door, you go into her apartment, the door opens into the library. Okay.
Right. Yep.
Gotcha.
Look at all the shelves. Look at all the books, rather. Like, stands up, looks at the books, just looking at the titles.
Mhm.
Like, what do these books seem to be? Are they plays? Are they fiction? Are they nonfiction? Are they research material?
Yes. All of the above. You're hitting through here. There is no appearance of rhyme or reason to any of this. You're going book after book after book. One that would probably stand out to you, Agent Updraft, is a history of the Russo-Germanic hegemony, 1911 to 1921.
Yeah, we're gonna take that.
Yeah, I figured you might.
And that is exactly what Updraft wants.
Perfect.
So with that, he's gonna turn around, look at Agent Unicorn, and be like, "I found it. She'll be all right.
And what?
Let's go." And he holds up the book and just come on. And like as he walks by her, grabs her by her arm, just kind of pulls her.
Oh,
on the way.
okay. I'll go.
She leaves a smear behind her.
When we get out the library but into her apartment,
Yeah.
What is it? Just basically like one room?
Yeah, you just kind of walk one into the other.
Yeah. And any sheets or anything? Like, is there a bed?
Yeah. It's in here. It's just a normal apartment, as far as
Okay.
you can tell. Yeah, the bed itself, if you look in the map, is kind of almost a closet. That's just a bed.
The same layout as Abigail's apartment, basically.
Kind of. I think it's a little different, but
A little bit.
close enough. Yeah.
Okay. So looking at this hatchet that's kind of sticking out of his chest, out of his shoulder,
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's kind of up here.
Yeah.
Situation.
Correct. Yep.
All right. So he's going to look over at Agent Unicorn and be like, "You know how to do stitches?"
Not really.
It's okay.
Not really, but you could walk me through it. I could probably do it. I know how to sew.
Don't worry about it. He pulls out super glue out of his bag. He's gonna hand it to her and be like, "I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna need you to dry it off a little bit, and then you're gonna squeeze that in there."
Okay. This is really gross. And you tell me
Yeah.
when, and I'll just put the
Be all
dish
right.
towels and
He takes a deep breath, trying to look hard, but
is there any
no.
whiskey on the counter?
No. it never feels good. And he just kind of
It's not for you, it's for me.
Have a cookie. Grant,
Still
go ahead
no.
and go ahead and roll a first aid, but do add plus 20 with updraft there directing you.
All right. So on a 30. Oh, I rolled a 15. Wow.
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
You do a pretty good job of sealing this up. You stopped the bleeding for now. It's gonna take some time to heal. It's still a tomahawk hit in the shoulder, but probably will pull through on this.
Whew.
Where are you two going from here?
Updraft's gonna take the tools out of the backpack, wipe them down, and throw them under the bed.
All right.
Oh, that's clever.
They're heavy.
Yeah.
I got a backpack and a fucked up shoulder.
I'd like to look at that tomahawk a little bit just to see
Yeah.
time
So,
period, that sort of
yeah.
thing, once we get out of here.
Yeah. Okay. That was going to be my question. Is, are you exiting the McAllister? Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I think we need to get
anything
back to
else?
the hotel.
Yep. Anything else you're doing there at all?
Make sure that Abigail's apartment is locked.
Okay.
And then I guess that's gonna be it.
All right. So the two of you head back to your apartments. Yep. Do go ahead and what's your history at there?
History 42.
42. Go ahead and roll it at a plus 20.
Ought 3.
Ought 3. You realize this is a Sioux pipe tomahawk. And so far as you can tell, handmade, very distinctive look, but it is in pristine condition.
Except for the blood.
Yeah, except for the blood.
Yeah.
Yes, that is probably the first time it's been used.
So it doesn't look ceremonial. It looks like an actual like piece.
Correct. Yes, it's just
Not
Would
some
never
trinket
use
somebody would buy at a flea market
Yes.
to hang on their wall.
Right.
Basically.
right.
Wow. Interesting. I wonder how she got her hands on this. This is the real McCoy here. This is the real thing. Huh. Also, and I'll share with Agent Updraft a little bit of the story about the revelation, since she said that, what she said in the apartment there about we're all going to get what's coming to us. And the part about the end of the world that we've read about, it's just odd. And this whole play, the mask, it all ties together somehow. The mask is really the face of the villain, of the bad guy. That's what I'm taking away from this book, this story. So I'm curious.
Let's kind of Gran is making theories. Do you two turn in for the night? Is that kind of the yeah? So it's a late night for you. You probably won't be waking up early in the morning. Agent Undine, morning run as per usual.
Yep.
All
Run
right.
by the deli if I can. Grab some coffee.
Okay. You run by the deli, and there is you see actually Manny is out front, and he sees you doing your jug. Hey, and he throws your given name there.
Mhm.
Hey, you guys forgot something here last night.
Oh, thank you, Manny. What was it?
It's a book. This I don't know. It's and he shows you there is this small leather-bound book, the kind you can almost fit in your pocket.
Mhm.
And he's like, I didn't look inside or nothing, but it's you guys just left it on the table. I figured you might be interested.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, and he hands you the book. Have a
Oh,
good run.
I'll eyeball it for a second as I'm putting it in my pocket.
Yeah, you kind of almost have to like you pop the hinge on it, look inside. there are pages and pages of this very poorly written chicken scratch, listing names, dates, dollar amounts, notes, and it's all very much like a Bob whatever off,
Robert.
$300 horse racing,
Oh.
whatever. Yeah, right. That's an example name. Don't it's not
Okay.
that Bob. It's not Bob Robert. But yeah, there's just a ton of names in here. None of the first page ring a bell, and they all seem fairly mundane. But to a degree that some of them are kind of interesting, like horse races or drug habits, that sort of thing. Maybe blackmail, maybe.
Like someone's keeping tabs on somebody.
Yeah, like
Lots of
someone's keeping
people.
tabs. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I will put that in the pocket and keep running.
All right, and Agent Ursine, what are you doing in the morning?
Well, I'm gonna get up and I am going to take my stack of books and I'm gonna go over to Manny's Deli because we've kind of had a habit of meeting there in the morning.
Hey, I just gave your friend there the book.
Oh, did you? Which friend?
Oh, and he describes Don, kind of the runner. The runner, the runner. He was doing that. It's terrible. You don't want to do that in New York. The air will kill you.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. And I'm gonna assume I look around and I don't see anybody else here.
No, no one of importance. People will stop by, for a sandwich or something. But
Mhm. Well, I'm gonna order some breakfast and a coffee, and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna start poking through these books again.
okay.
The next one I want to look at is A Horse by Degrees.
All right, A Horse by Degrees. You're flipping through that, and as you're pulling the pages apart, it's kind of that clear plastic, so you're pulling off layer and layer of this horse, and it's hundreds and hundreds of pages. It'll take you days to get through this, and you're looking at the writing, and it looks normal, like it looks like it would mean something, but every time you look at it, it's nothing. It's complete gibberish. And yeah, you can spend all day just looking through this thing, and it's not making any sense. It's just this horse. You're slowly peeling back the layers on it. Suppose Manny might stop by. Oh, whoa, hey, trade secrets. We don't do that at our deli. No horses, no horses.
All right. Let's see here. I had another book on me. Other than just the Devil's Craftsman, which one was it?
Let me look back through my notes.
Yeah, I'm looking through mine too.
You guys have quite a few books.
Yes.
That
we
actually probably let's hop over. Don, you still have time in the morning. The horse book takes a few hours.
Mhm.
The others, I assume, are kind of sleeping in a little bit to recover. Is there anything you wanted to do that morning, Don?
Oh, when I'm done with my run, I circle back around Manny's. So
Okay, perfect. Yeah, and you can see that Agent Undine is just peeling apart a horse page by page.
well, that's gruesome.
I've dealt with much worse in medical school.
Oh, I'm sure. Check out this little tidbit that Manny handed me.
And so I'll take the book and I'll flip through it as well. Does anything additional stand out to me, or is it just the same stuff, names and?
It is names and names and names. Is there a particular name you want to look up? And that kind of goes for both of you.
Let's try Abigail.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and do an int times 5 test.
70. Okay, let's see. I got here times 5. Nope, just missed it.
Just missed it. All right.
All right.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
don't see
look-
your name. Yeah.
Let's see here. I would like to look for I'm gonna start with Darabandi.
Okay. Go ahead and do the same. An int times 5 check.
That is it's a pass.
Okay.
Is that a 7 or a 1? These new dice are okay, it's a 1. Yeah, it's a regular pass.
All right. Fantastic. Yes. You find Asa Darabandi. Go ahead and lose a sanity as you find his name in the book. Let me find a good answer for you. Next to it, it is written. There's a bit of paper or like a bit there that kind of has a what's the word I'm looking for? The text says kept quiet about the book to the Brotherhood. Book hidden through agent in bookstore, $400.
Okay. Okay. So, I'll show that to Undyne. Which book do you reckon Darabani was hiding? I know you said that you saw him placing something on a shelf.
King in Yellow.
The King in Yellow. Wonder if
Have
he
you read
was-
it yet?
I've not. I believe Gran had it. Have you read it yet?
No, I intend to. It would have been on a spot on Mr. Robert's shelf. He could probably tell us more about it. He seems to be fairly magnanimous.
Agreed.
But if this has record of Darabandi putting this back on the shelf, is there a date associated with it?
Yes, actually, there would be a date associated with that. It is in it's middle of 1900s. I can get you the exact date in a second. That it was taken into the bookstore.
Now look up something more recent, like Thomas or someone.
Yeah, go ahead and look up. Make your int times 5 roll. There it is.
That is a pass.
All right. Lose a sanity again as you're kind of flipping through these books of names, and you find Thomas's name, and this one's different. It is Thomas Manuel, but you see a note. The line ahead of it is kind of scribbled out, and it's painting ordered by Mr. Wild. Plus $300. So the other one is somebody owed them. This is a case of the book appears to have the owning in the other direction.
Is it in the same basic chicken scratch?
Yes, correct.
And it mentioned this book talks about Mr. Roberts and the third party, correct?
Mr. Roberts?
Bob or,
Oh,
or-
not by name, but it does mention the bookstore. Yeah.
okay, so this book is not from our friend at the bookstore. But there's no way someone can write about Darabandi taking the book to the bookshop and then, like, as in present tense, and then write about Thomas in present tense 90 years later.
So, at this, I want to look and see if any of my names are in this book.
Oh, you know the cost. It's an int times 5 roll.
That's a possible sanity roll.
Pass.
Pass. Yep. Take a san as you find it under the name. Oh man, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Barbara Nelson.
Okay.
And the charge is basically assassination averted. And you see under it is a dash Mosby paid debt, and then a dollar amount of like $600. Actually, $616 is crossed out underneath it.
At this, I am just gonna like hand the book to Undine, and I'm gonna go, I don't know what's going on with this book.
Why? What happened?
It's just, it's uncanny. Here.
The book is cheating, isn't it?
I believe so, yes. There's no way that it should be able to know all of these things. So, as you were getting at, who wrote this book? Or what is writing this book?
What's the first entry?
The first entry, that's interesting. You go back to it, and you could have sworn it was something else. But you see the name Kevin Woods, detective, written there.
Mm-hmm.
And it has basically, it says under it, opium habit, $800 crossed out. And you can see next to it, reputation repaired, recruitment fulfilled.
This thing has knowledge of our organization. Or, no, wait, no. Not our organization. Oh.
It has knowledge of our organization, yes.
No, but it's written by another organization, a certain brotherhood, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's jumping all over the place.
Brotherhood of the Doors, huh?
Yeah, I believe so.
We found mention of a book, A World Without Doors. Perhaps we should try to find that book. It might have something to add to all of this, but there's just so many things to catch up on. I mean, we still have to finish going through this apartment. We've only got, what, one day left?
Yeah, we've gotten nowhere.
And we still have so much to do. We still need to find the Broadle bin.
Maybe we should go there next and find the tunnel. Since we're running out of time.
Okay. And I think, why don't we say for interest of time, unless Gran and Updraft were doing something different, that's about the time they show up to the deli, a little bit later than everybody. Updraft, I suppose you're kind of for this. You're kind of used to this sort of stuff. Do do you have like a limp at all, or is it pretty hidden that you've taken?
Oh,
that?
it's a shoulder wound. It's not a limping wound.
Yeah, right. But you're not favoring that arm terribly noticeably or anything, or are you?
I'm assuming she's right-handed. Most people are. It's in my offhand, so obviously not going to be running around with a backpack on, which is good because it's also why I dumped the weight. Yeah, no, I think he would probably just try to grit his teeth and bear it. It's not going to bleed anymore. It's pretty much sealed up for now.
Mhm.
But he's not going to use his left arm for much.
Okay.
You look rough. What happened?
Late night,
Real late.
real late.
I think you should let me take a look of that. Not here, but somewhere else.
Yeah, I did change my my coat.
Yeah.
It's obviously the other one was ruined. And he's just gonna kind of look over and be like, nah, had worse, but never one tell a doctor what to do outside my field of expertise.
Oh,
You're the one that keeps the doctors in job security. So I'll fill in the folks on the King in Yellow. Basically the story that I read, and ask if anyone else wants to read the book. We could have a book swap. I will warn you, it's intriguing and you'll want to read it again and again.
I want to pull out the 3 books, not the Russo-Germanic hegemony, but the 3 books that I took from the smoking lounge.
Yes.
Not the first book, obviously. I've already looked through it, see what it is. Just gonna thumb through the second book.
Okay. Go ahead and I'm just gonna look something up real quick. Go ahead and roll a sanity, if you don't mind.
41 on a 60.
Okay, yeah, you're good. Again, this is yet page after page of graphic, detailed pornography, and you would swear it's getting more and more creative, and not necessarily in a good way. As you're going into it, it seems to celebrate those with deformities and whatnot, which fine, but they're using them in fairly unsettling and unconventional ways. And you kind of stop and you swear you see the man, your contact. He's engaged in some behavior. It's a bit like at the end of The Shining, where he's just like at the middle of that thing. He's there, but you know, everybody's naked and doing stuff.
Okay, so I think what I want to do is take the books and using like a leather briefcase kind of situation right now. I want to take the books and kind of slide them across the table and to Ursine or Undine, Agent Undine, because he'd be the one. Be like, why don't you go see if your friend Robert is interested in these?
All right, I will.
Do you take a look at the books by any chance? At the moment, I'm
I'll flip a couple pages and grimace visibly and close the cover real quick. Well,
roll sanity real quick, if you don't mind. Just throwing that out there.
yes, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
27. Yep.
You're pretty sure, as you're looking, that one of those is Lauren. The mask kind of hides it. but you're fairly certain that's her. But these are very old photos. I'm sure it's definitely not her.
Hmm.
Your sanity roll succeeded. Probably not.
But maybe.
But maybe. Could be.
Oh, here I slide the book of numbers and tattletale stuff across the table.
Yes.
This book cheats as well, and probably is written by that brotherhood that we've discussed, and has pretty much any information. Well, it has secret information on everyone that you can think of.
Feel free to look yourself up in there if you're curious.
I don't have secrets.
I'll flip and see if I find my own name.
Okay. Do your int check.
Oh yeah,
Deposit one
That's a
sanity
50.
in the jar.
yeah, I make that.
All right.
Sanity, please.
Sanity. Yep, that's a good old sanity. One sec, just checking something. Something friendly. Oh dear. Oh dear. Where'd it go? This is a big book, folks. You really gotta be ready to dive through it at a moment's notice. Oh no. I've gone too far.
I think we've all gone too far because
Yeah. I'm
at least I passed.
Independence.
No, wait, I didn't pass my sanity roll. No, because my sanity's so freaking low now.
It's not ideal, I would say, for you.
No.
Oh my goodness. All right. So for you, Gran, you're looking through the book, and what's something that you had to pay for sometime on one of your cryptid expeditions that you didn't have the money at the time, but something happened. Something happened so that you had a sudden windfall.
Probably would have been a sale of like a discovery of a Sasquatch dung sample
Okay.
that I sold to a museum.
Perfect. And what you will find under your name is, to that degree, dung sample purchased, and then the amount of money that you were paid for it.
Okay.
Selling bespoke turds.
Bespoke Sasquatch turds.
That's right. Huh. Interesting. I didn't ever tell anyone about this. Not even my husband. That's weird.
You see, the
What?
book knows things it shouldn't know.
How? And oh, speaking of books, found this last night, and I'll slide out the World Without Doors. I'll pull that
There
out
we
of my
go.
bag and
I was-
drop that on the table. Found this last night.
Where did you find that? I was looking for that book.
It was in the McAllister building. I'm going to be kind of vague. Not tell them exactly what happened.
You went back to the McAllister building after we were at the deli?
Yeah, when we came back and I read the play, there was something about in this book, something about the mask, and I had to come back and look at that painting that I bought of the clown with the mask, and I was thinking about the mask and the clown and how. And then I heard some noise, and I went and found this book, and that's why I ran into Agent Updraft, and we helped each other out of there. It was a late night, like I said.
I give Updraft a look. Is that when this happened?
Crackheads.
was. Yeah,
All right. Well,
it was. All
this is
happened
New
very
York
fast.
in the 90s.
Happened very fast. They tried to mug me, and Agent Updraft stepped in the way and saved me. And I'm grateful for his heroics.
I'm sure they got rock to make him feel better. It's going to take a lot, though.
So-
Updraft is specifically keeping the Russo-Germanic hegemony in his bag. Not addressing it, not bringing it up.
Yep.
That's for him for later.
Perfect.
Instead, when Unicorn, when she pulls out the world without doors.
Yep.
Okay. Kind of want to flip through that when that hits the table, because that is specifically what I was asking her about.
Yeah, and that's going to take a few hours to get through. It's kind of a
I just wanna
hardcover
see-
fiction book. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to kind of flip through it and see like
Okay.
what type of book are we dealing with here?
Oh
You said
yeah,
fiction. So okay, so it's like a novel.
Yeah, it's a novel written
Okay.
by Emmeline F. Fitzroy. And I think the thing that really pops out to you as you kind of are flipping through it is the name Abby.
Okay.
And you can see just you kind of flip through a bit, and it appears to be a section of the text that talks about Abby drowning herself.
Drowning herself.
Drowning herself.
In what?
It is a bathtub.
Was there a bathtub in her apartment?
In
And
Abby's,
Abigail
no.
writes?
It was actually missing, I believe.
Well, that's right, it was, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But that's obviously high level, like you just kind of happened across the name. If you
Yeah.
read the full book, you'd get more context.
And we can address that. I just want to flip through it and see what the book is, because I was asking questions and that was the information that was given up.
Yeah.
So
So yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I believe we need to figure out what our next plan of action is. We need to finish up in the apartment, but we also need to find the Hotel Broadleben and see if we can find those tunnels as well.
Go to the park, find the building, go to the tunnels. Maybe we'll find bottles. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe.
I can't
So the-
shake this feeling we might be missing something in the apartment, however.
it's Sunday now.
It is Sunday the 13th. Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, on the upside, there will be help tomorrow. And
Do we want to wait until there is help, or do we want to make sure we've had a good look at things before there are other hands in this pot?
feel free.
I
I
can
don't think I'll be of much help.
stay behind and catalog.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thing.
You seem more like a man of action, so perhaps this is something that would be better for Unicorn and I to take care of. However, I still would like to take a look.
I read. I can read. They require
I'm
that
not
still.
not talking about reading. I'm
You
talking
gotta
about
sign the contract.
It's just pictograms.
I'm not saying you can't read. I'm saying that you would rather do other things.
Yes. We probably do need to go see Robert, and I think Agent Undone and I could do that. But if you wanted to look at this mess, we could do it tonight if you wanted. I promise I won't do anything to it between now and then.
I mean, I didn't assume that you would, but okay.
Hmm.
So to break in there, who's doing what? Because you're kind of coming up. You're into the afternoon a little bit now. Let's start with Undine. What's Undine doing?
I'm gonna go have a talk with Mr. Robert since he seems to know a lot of things, and maybe he'll be interested in the books, and I can bribe him with them.
Very smart.
Here's some horrible pornography for you.
They may not have these, so who knows?
Or someone may have stolen them from him.
Yeah. who
Sure.
knows?
Yes. This is the second printing. I have the first in the back room. It's my personal copy.
Hmm.
Autographed. Not signed. You notice I didn't say signed. Autographed.
Agent Ursine?
I think I'm gonna go to the apartment
To do what?
to catalog the rest of the crap on the wall. Yeah.
Okay. Agent Unicorn.
Definitely going to the apartment, but I do want to kind of stop by Thomas's apartment on the way as well, and just inquire as to the progress of the painting that I purchased. Just in passing, if he answers. If not,
Okay. And Updraft. What are you doing? Uh-oh. Can you? There.
I am going with Undine, but I'm not going inside.
Okay.
Updraft will just kind of go keep a distance and wants to watch basically from across the street, probably sitting at a bus stop, smoking a cigarette, watching the shop while he goes in to see if anyone else goes in, because Bobbert doesn't know Updraft. So
Checks out. All right. Let's kind of end, I think, tonight with the library there, as you two head out. It is Sunday, but that does not appear to have stopped Bob Robert. He's outside, familiar, smoking, the thing, and he sees Agent Undine and hello. A third day in a row? Is this?
Yeah,
Am I
we
right?
we have something actually, I believe, for you.
Oh.
And I had some questions that might be difficult to answer, but I figured if anyone in existence knew the answer, it probably would be you.
Yeah. Well, please, let's go inside. I can certainly look through any books you have, assuming they're fine literature.
the finest literature.
Yes.
I would not really consider these fine literature, but they're well bound and very unique books, feasibly from, it looks like they were from the 1920s or 30s, right?
Yeah,
based on
that's
what
about the
people are wearing.
time frame. Yeah,
From about the
black
20s or
and white, yeah.
30s. I found these in a speakeasy, an actual speakeasy. And they are, as you can see, untouched by time.
Yeah, he flips it over. Oh my! Oh my! Excuse me, I didn't. I don't usually do that kind of thing.
They change over time, though, as you progress through the books. They become more disturbing.
And he kind of flips back through. Oh my! Oh! Kind of tilts it to the side. Oh yes, I see what you mean. I'm sorry, Agent Undine. This is, I don't know that I can buy this. I don't. You've been a loyal customer of the last couple days, so I won't question you too much. But if you want to show me your home projects, I don't need to be involved.
I understand. There'd be no way feasibly I could bind such a thing without an entire, legion of people behind me, as you could understand.
Well, that was, I mean, this is you here, isn't it? And he points out Go ahead and roll sanity.
Goodness.
That's
Oh.
definitely you.
Oh.
And I do not pass.
Yeah, go ahead and take a D4 there.
No.
Yeah.
And I got a 1. I'm hanging on by a thread.
So yeah, you're hanging on to your sanity as this smiling man just kind of looks at you. I am afraid I cannot buy these.
I did not expect it. Wow. Okay. Let's just close these.
Yes, let's. You can just
We've-
keep a hold of those.
I think I'm going to burn them actually.
I mean, they are artistic. I'll give you that.
I don't get me wrong, I run every day, but I don't think I can do that.
Mm,
I think
Maybe
this
younger
is
days.
someone's clever depiction. I don't know how anyone would make a book like this though. So do you have anything on the Brotherhood of Doors?
Oh, that's interesting. The Brotherhood of Doors. You know what? I'm not as familiar. But if you don't mind, just come this way for a little bit. Follow me for a moment.
All right.
And Robert starts to lead Agent Undine back into the bookshop. And you're walking around some shelves.
He takes stock of where his 45 is on his hip because this place bothers him.
I start
Yeah.
tracking the time when they walk in.
Okay. Yep. And you're walking through these shelves. The moisture starts to kind of increase. Feels kind of clammy in here. And as you're walking, there's like this musk almost. And Robert turns to you and is just quiet for this next part, if you don't mind.
Understood.
Thank you. And he walks by, and you swear you almost hear some padding noises, like some great animal a bit a ways. And he quietly leads you past, and then after a little bit, opens up. Thank you, ads. You know how these bookstores get. There's always something behind the shelves.
I know how your bookstore gets, Mr. Robert.
Of course. Well, I can't say it's the most fantastic place in the world, but it does
It's-
get by.
The most phantasmal place in the world I've ever been.
Yes. Oh, there he is. Asa, a moment of your time, if you would. And we will end tonight's session as you see this kind of gaunt Frenchman with a mustache turn
Bondi. Yeah.
to see Agent Undine.
He immediately says, ha ha ha.
Oh,
Oh,
That's how you know he's a Frenchman.
where have you brought my baguette?
He's drinking wine and smoking a cigarette.
I'm doing my best not to be completely hurtful with my accents. It's a crime.
We love him.
that's okay. I'm Scotch French. You have permission to tell French jokes.
Bonjour. Welcome to Paris.
He didn't
That's
run
all I
away.
got.
That's the start.
No, he's just kind of looks up from a book.
Dun, dun,
I think-
dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Done. Cliffhangers,
Awesome.
folks.
Cliffhangers. That's right. We love the cliffhangers, folks. So, just so everyone knows, next week, the United Adventure Company is going to be off, as a couple of our cast and crew will be on vacation. So we're going to take next week off from the regular streams. However, there may be other things that people want to play in the Discord, and that's fine. But the week will be off for the stream. We will be back on Friday night of next week to kick things back up with the Plague of Fluxentine. So, and then we'll be right back into our regular schedule after that. So, this is it until this Saturday we'll play this Saturday we're playing Welcome Home. Sorry, 6 p.m. Then we're off all next week until Friday. So, We know you'll miss us, so make sure you watch the reruns, get in on the YouTube channel, catch up on everything that you've maybe gotten behind on. We know we have a lot of content, so we'll probably put some reruns up as well to play. This is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying the story in this game, and I hope everyone at home is as well. Over on our YouTube, we are getting a lot of views on this, so that's really good. Our view count is up like 150 in the last 30 days, which is huge for us. So our channel's tiny, and we're getting tons of views and subscribers over on YouTube. So make sure that if you're watching this over there, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, make sure you get notified every time that we put a new video up. Follow us on Discord, join up, chat with us, enjoy it all. See you all in a couple of weeks. Well, we'll see you here Saturday at 6 p.m., but the Delta Green group will see you in a couple of weeks. Anything else, anybody? I want to make sure everybody has a chance to say goodbye for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And we'll be back very, very soon. But until then, this has been Delta Green's Impossible Landscapes, Episode 4. Remember that deception is true. Right. Truth is a privilege, and innocence, well, that's just a luxury. Good night, everybody. Till next time, stay out of our dungeons.